Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on our Tips from the Top Thursday call. Today we have Kendra Campbell. Today she's going to go through some time management skills and how to, it's perfect timing because we're gearing up for probably the busiest holiday season yet. I think we say that every single year. So definitely take notes and we'll post this in the community page as soon as we're completed. So Kendra, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Sabrina. Hi, guys. I just want to apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. My kiddos are both home. Thursday afternoons are a little tricky, so apologies in advance if any little faces pop up. And just to give you kind of a little bit of context, kind of like where I'm coming from all of this. I was a full-time teacher. I left the classroom after I had my second daughter. I have two girls now that are 6 and 3. One's in preschool, one's in first grade. My husband's a pilot, so he's generally gone 4 or 5 days out of the week, and I'm flying solo. I have a part-time tutoring business. I'm on the school board, so super busy, kind of like all of you. Some of the things I might say today as like tips and tricks maybe don't work for you, and that's fine. This certainly isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. But last year during the holiday season, when all was said and done, I kind of reflected and looked back and realized that I didn't really find a balance that I was looking for. And I kind of made it a point for myself to do a little bit of digging and reading and researching about time management and finding balance coming into this holiday season to make sure that I was happy with what I was doing with my business, but also happy with the amount of time and energy that I was giving to my family and my loved ones and my friends. And I think that's important to everyone. So just kind of want to give you a little bit of that background first. I'm going to run through just some kind of ideas and tips and tricks, and feel free to ask any questions or give any comments or feedback or give your own suggestions too, because I think we all learn from each other. The first thing is I would say is to set your goals and kind of decide for yourself in November and December, how many nights a month are you willing to give for your business, and set that and be comfortable with that and be okay with that. I know there are people that want to do like 12, 14 crazy amounts of tastings. When I sit with myself and think about it, I'm not going to do that because that's just not going to work for me and it's not going to work for my family. So set a goal and stick to it. Be okay with saying no. That's something else. I get asked a lot with kids about, oh, can you come volunteer for this? Can you donate time for this? Can you do all these things? And I've had to really, again, come to terms with myself that I can't please everyone. So be prepared to say no and only say yes to the things. For me, for example, the things that I say yes to are the things that I can do in my daughter's classroom. So I volunteered for the Halloween party. I'm not going to volunteer to bake something because 1, I don't like cooking, and 2, it's just not aligned with, my priorities, which was being kind of face to face with Charlotte. So that's the second thing. Fill in your calendar now with all the things that you know are going on. So if your family has certain parties or events that happen every year, put those in your calendar today. Be the crazy person that emails your kids' teachers, coaches, dance teachers, whomever to ask, can you give me the dates of the recital? Can you give me the dates of the special, holiday show or all that stuff? Get it into your calendar now so you know what you're working with. Schedule your own things now as well. So if you want to get a hair appointment, nail appointment, any of those things that for you, get that in your calendar. Get all of this in your calendar and kind of brain dump it and have it all there. If you have young kids, make a list of kind of almost like a holiday bucket list. My girls and I sat down. They're now getting old enough to kind of remember traditions and things that we do. And so I've actually started to schedule those into my calendar. For example, going to pick out our Christmas tree. I take each of my girls out individually to shop for the other. My college roommates and I have a Christmas party every year. We do a cookie swap. Get all of that scheduled and get all of it written down so you're very clear with the time that you have free. Start shopping early. Believe it or not, this is my first year. I've already started Christmas shopping, which is insane, but I'm happy about that. Give yourself the gift of time. So I do grocery delivery during the holidays. It costs me an extra $5 a week, but it saves me an hour. I don't have to schlep the kids to the grocery store and do all that stuff. It saves your grocery list, so I'm not constantly having to redo it. My babysitter is doing some stickering of catalogs for me. If you have young kids and you have a babysitter, have them multitask. She's more than capable to put labels on catalogs, make hostess packets, all that stuff. Like everyone's multitasking. Outsource anything that you don't want to do. I have a friend of mine's teenage daughter is going to do a lot of my holiday wrapping for me. I pay her like $5 an hour or something. I don't love wrapping, so she's going to take care of it. So if that's something you like to do, then keep that, but give away something else. I don't like to cook. I don't like to bake. Any parties that I'm going to, the lights went out, Sabrina. Any holiday parties and things that I have to go to, I'm bringing something from a bakery. I'm not making it myself. I'm really trying to prioritize my time. I already talked about being prepared to say no. For me, I'm the mom that will always volunteer to bring in paper plates, napkins, cups, all that jazz. I'm not baking for you. It's not happening. Share your goals with your family as well. Again, this applies a lot for me, for my young kids, so they know, okay, this many nights I'm going to be going out to do a wine tasting, but when I sell X amount of dollars, we're going to go to Sweet Frogs and get frozen yogurt. Or when I earn level 1 of the Mexico trip, we're going to go to the movies, and kind of have a fun thing to get them involved so they're not mad when I have to go out on a Friday night. Again, find backup babysitters now. Babysitters book up around the holidays, so take care of that. Let's see what else. I'm a big list maker, and I'm also a big person that likes to just brain dump everything. So you can probably tell as I'm talking to you now, it's all like stream of consciousness. There's no order in any of this. But make your holiday gift list now. Make your holiday grocery list now. Anything that you have to cook for, gifts you have to buy, and cross things off early. For example, like the bus drivers, I get them Starbucks cards. I already got those. They're done. They're off my list. And try to do a little bit, every week, so you're not crazy in December, which is where I was last year. I was an absolute walking disaster, and I refuse to let it happen again. Let's see. In terms of your work time, be smart with it and try to set aside some time each week for I'm going to call it like the mundane stuff, but not to say that it's not important, but just kind of that little background stuff that has to happen. Your donation submission, ordering your host wine, all of that. Set aside time like every Monday, 30 minutes, and just knock everything out and get it done. And you'll feel so much better. Think about a nonprofit that you want to support and maybe host your own tasting. Get that on your calendar now as well. Set aside time in your calendar now in November to share any sales you might have, Black Friday, hopefully. And just carve that time out now so that you know it's there and you can actually work your business when the time is already carved out. Something that's kind of silly that people maybe don't like, but I love it, is to pick a uniform for your tastings. So I have a pair of dark jeans, a black top, and black booties, and every tasting I have this next 2 months, I'm wearing the exact same thing. I don't care. I don't have time to be staring at my closet deciding what I'm going to wear. It's not happening. So that's a time saver for me. Don't forget to schedule time for yourself. And for me, also scheduling time with my husband. He gets cranky when he doesn't see me for 2 months. So I already set, for November, I think the only time that we're both home in November is November 11th. So that's like date night until December, which is crazy, but it's on the calendar so we know that it's happening. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist in our family. Again, like make a master list of all the things that you need to get done, whether it's work, home, family, your other job, whatever it is, master list and cross things off. Always build in a margin for yourself in terms of time and money. Driving to tastings on a weekend might take you a little bit longer with holiday traffic, depending on where you're going, all that type of stuff. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm like rushing. Remember to, so this is a big one for me that someone said to me, was to remember why I started this business. And the reason why I started this business was to make an income, but also to work it around my family's schedule, not the other way around. And that's where I felt like my life kind of flipped last year, as I was building my kids and my schedule around one hope, and that's not what I wanted. It didn't fit for me. So this year, I really, really made a conscious effort to get all this junk on my calendar now. So I have my tasting dates open, and I'm sticking to those. I'm not gonna sacrifice the time with my kids and the things that we have planned for a tasting. I could book them in January, which is even better. Keep an eye out for gifts now. So if you see something, you can grab it and be done with it. And it really all comes down to prioritizing what is important to you. I found a quote that someone also sent to me. It says, not everything has to be homemade. You do not have to attend every event. You do not have to host or volunteer for everything. And your home does not always have to be spotless. And I was like, amen. It certainly doesn't. So I think for all of us, the top priority for all of us is spending time with our loved ones. And so I think just being really mindful and thoughtful about what is important to you and how you prioritize and what you choose to do with your time is the most important. I don't know if there's anything else that I had. I'm sorry if that was like totally rambling, Sabrina. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, Kendra, you and I are the same exact person. We both but I'm literally shaking my head, like clapping, like, yes, like you're such an inspiration, I feel like, to really just like sit down with yourself and your family and schedule your priorities.
Yeah.
With the holidays, parties arise. Maybe have an extra hostess gift, like for your own personal parties, even host parties, like just have something in your closet, like ready for you.
Like wine.
That's what I've been trying to do. I know. And so just like try to think of like how things might have went wrong last year. With your schedule and everything. I think that's a great reminder. And I think that's awesome that we're doing this call right now. Because we're still a couple weeks away from Thanksgiving. And that's
from the madness.
Really.
Yeah. Well, and everyone's busy. And I know whether people have like kids, no kids, full-time jobs, stay-at-home mom, like whatever people are doing, like none of us have the monopoly on busy. Like we're all busy.
Yeah.
And so I think just really for me, it all comes down to like putting it all down in front of me on paper. And when I can see it all, I think Kaz might have just popped up a comment about like, when you talk to someone about a tasting, then you're able to say, I have, December 1st and 2nd, and that's all I have. And if it doesn't work, let's go to January.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep it, it's really prioritizing. And if like for me last year, Mexico was like total top priority. So I was taking whatever I could get, which yes, I was excited, but in hindsight, it kind of made me just kind of rethink and coming into this holiday season a little more prepared and a little more, just kind of like aware of what's happening and able to say yes and be able to confidently say, no, I can't do that and move on. And I think my girls are happier too. Like they know on the calendar, like, oh, we're going to go get our Christmas tree this day. And we're going to go into Boston to see Christmas lights on this day. And they know that it's happening.
I don't know how many,
no matter what,
how many years I've put off getting a Christmas tree and we just pull it out of the garage, my fake one that I had from my like studio.
Yeah.
Just so that, because I don't have the time. I can't find the time. So like scheduling those things out that you want to do with your family is huge.
Oh, awesome.
I think that's a great reminder for us all. Yeah.
And they're old enough now too. Like when they were younger, like they couldn't call me out on nonsense. And now, here, do you want to say hi? Come say hi. But now Charlotte, if I said like, oh, we're not going to go do this, she'd call me out in a hot second and be like, oh, no. Like every Christmas we go and we get our hot chocolate and we drive around and see the Christmas lights and we go and do this. Oh, how to catch an elf. I'll look at it in just a second. Okay. Thank you. But that's pretty much all that I had. I can't see the chat box. I don't know if there's any.
There's nothing else. Does anyone have any questions or any additional tips that have worked for you in the past that you'd like to share? Feel free to unmute yourself and chime in. I think
I'm going through my crazy, like.
You covered a ton. It's all just like makes me want to just start a to-do list right now and like sit down with my husband tonight to like get everything.
It felt really, I won't lie, it felt really good to sit down and be like, okay, like this is when like Evie has her holiday dance recital and just to put it all down. I don't like surprises. And I know there will be obviously parties and things that pop up between now and then, but at least the things that I can control. those are set and ready.
Yep, 100%. I love it. Thank you so much.
No, I hope that was helpful.
Oh, I think so.
I feel like it was kind of rambling. My brain is like a scattered mess
Oh my
the next
gosh,
few days, but
no.
right, that's all I got.
Have anything to add? I think this was an amazing call, Kendra. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sabrina.
I think it's a huge help to get everyone in the right mindset as we go into Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
I saw something like we're like 8 weeks away from Christmas or 9 weeks.
Oh my God.
I literally.
Yeah, there's like 9 Saturdays until Christmas or something.
No. That's not enough time.
Or something insane.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kendra, and thank you everyone.
Sure, thank you.
On, and I'll go ahead and get this posted later this afternoon. And so share with your family, your Be a One Hope family, your community, and the community page and everything. So, yeah. Have a great Thursday, everyone. Don't forget.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Next week. Bye.
Thanks.